Hello, hello, testing, testing. Audio is good to go. What is up, guys? Today, our topic is going to be is our diet causing breathing issues? And this is something that I've been thinking about that one of my friends talked about over the last 2 weeks, but it didn't really kind of come into attention until I saw this post a couple days ago. And I made a bit of a reminder so that we could go ahead and talk about that. But I know we're missing a little something, and that is going to be some music. So let me get some music going on here real quick, and we'll go get into it. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. So, what the heck am I talking about here? What am I talking about where breathing, I mean, the things that we eat is actually causing us to have breathing issues. And it honestly starts with two things. Two things. The first thing has to do with the idea of, do you guys know when you guys chew a lot? There's this saying where, like, if certain guys, they chew a lot to get a certain bone structure to make it look very defined, their jaw to be very defined. Girls can do it as well. And this happens, via chewing, actually, because the continual chewing of gum and other things remodels the mouth. It remodels the mouth. And so, with that being said, I think we can all agree that in the past, right? In the past, we ate things that were different than what we are eating now. I would even argue that in the past, we ate things that were more hard. Bread that was more hard, roots. We didn't cook it up, mash it up into something that was very easy to eat. There is some hardness to it. And so, with that being said, I can't help but think that the foods that we're eating now, which are typically softer, have less stress, which means less chewing, which means that there's going to be a shift in the way the bone structure is for your mouth. There's a lot of issues that can come that can occur if you don't eat that many like hard foods or use your jaw as much. One of the things is the article that I saw online, and that basically said that the way that our jaw structure is affects how we breathe and our ability to potentially get sleep apnea or other breathing issues as well. It can. It's not just like, it's like one result out of one potential reason out of many things. Tell me, welcome in. Hello. That's crazy. My cousin recently has been having trouble. I don't know. I'm not sure if it's actually if it's actually going to be because of chewing thing, but it could be something totally different. But I think it's something to think about. I mean, this whole topic was something that made me think about it a little bit more, just a bit. There's a statistic that I researched right before today's stream, and that statistic showed that if you breathe with your nose, especially while you're sleeping, you get roughly around 20% more oxygen from your nose. And that's why when people do biking, running, and stuff like that, breathe into your nose, breathe out through your mouth, right? I was told that if you do that, it retains more, it dehydrates you less, is what I heard, way back in the past in high school. But apparently also it really helps with absorbing oxygen better, which means that you are obviously less tired and more energetic. Now, if you think about that, for 8 hours of sleep, that means if you sleep with your mouth somehow, some way, let's say your nose is clogged up, let's say something's happening, whatever it may be, you're receiving 20% less oxygen absorbed into your body. I think that over a long period of time, that can lead to a little bit of stress, or maybe some stress, or it could lead to something. I don't know what it may be lead to, but I think that's something to also think about as well. Now, yeah. So that's something that I was thinking about. I was like, huh. And I was thinking about like, okay, let's look at myself. Let's look at myself and the music is a little loud, ain't it? Let's think about myself. And now, what are the types of foods that I really enjoy? I really enjoy burgers, pizzas. I really like macaroni and cheese. I like tender meat, tender barbecue meat. That sounds really, really good. I like noodles. I like soup. I like a lot of soft food. I would even describe my diet to be mainly soft food. And that definitely is going to have an impact on my jawline as well. Not just my jawline, but just like the structure of my mouth. So, and then that also plays in, over a long period of time, that can also, play into like many other things as well. And I personally just thought it was really interesting. An interesting sort of observation, a scientific fact plus observation. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. I love carbs. Me too. I'm a big fan of carbs as well. And my favorite carb is the noodle. I'm a big fan of noodles. I'm also a big fan of sweet potatoes. Those are so filling and tastes healthy. And also has beta carotene in it because it's great. Sweet potatoes are great. Yeah. I like vegetables a lot too. But hopefully you guys are doing fantastic today. I know today is a bit of a later stream. Let me tell you guys about my weekend. So this was a very long weekend. I spent a lot of money. But let me explain what happened. This weekend is Offkai, but I did not go to Offkai. Offkai is an anime VTuber convention that is hosted once a year. And a lot of VTubers come out and spend time with friends and go to panels and take pictures and do activities and all that stuff. So it's really fun. But that is not what I did. What I did instead was so apparently League of Legends brand new set for Riftbound, which is their trading card game, released on Thursday, and they had it's gonna release next week Friday, but they're having pre-release events before the release itself. And these are sort of small little mini events where you pay an entry fee. They give you a couple of they give you a pre-rift sort of a box full of 4 packs, and you build a deck, and you play with other people, and you just get to look at the cards, enjoy it, and all that stuff. That being said, I went to many pre-rifts. I went to 3 pre-rifts. 1 on Friday. I went to 2 on Saturday. And then that's why I wasn't able to stream on Saturday. Because the pre-rift lasts like between 11 to like 2. It's like 4 hours. Pre-rift is like 4 hours. This is a long time. That's a lot of fun. It doesn't feel like 4 hours. It feels very fast. yeah, and then after that, this morning actually, so Gundam TCG also released their anniversary box set called GD05, and that set released, I believe, last week Friday. So the same, like similar time to like the Riftbound League of Legends TCG set. And so I went to one Gundam TCG event in the morning because I knew that because it was in the morning, less people would show up. I knew that less people would show up because people are sleeping in, or people are going to Offkai. So I felt like this was like the perfect opportunity to do that. So I did that, and if you guys are wondering, I got a lot of cool cards, of course. Let me get the ISO a bit higher here. Oh, it's a little overexposed. Okay, it's good. I got a lot of cool cards. I'd love to show it to you guys later in the stream for show and tell. I did win a raffle as well, and I'll tell that story later too. But today, we are going to be doing some art, of course. Got to practice some art for sure. So today, what we're going to be doing... Oh, let me change the screen right here. Today, so we practiced this art piece last stream. Before we continue to another pose, another anatomy practice, trying different poses and whatnot, we got to always start off with doing a little bit of exercise, of course, and creating some boxes. Boxes are always fantastic to create. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Again, I'm still trying to learn my how do you call it? My shortcuts. Whoa, did something happen? Chris, welcome in. Hello. Thank you for stopping by. How are you doing today? It do be a later stream. I'm good. Yeah, I'm great. Thanks for asking. I just talked a little bit about why I streamed late today. Usually I'm supposed to stream in the morning on Sundays. But there's like 3 events going on this weekend. So there's Offkai, which I didn't go to, but there was Offkai. There was the release of the new League of Legends Riftbound TCG set. There was also a release of the Gundam TCG first anniversary set that released last Friday. And so I was like busy going to these events to open some packs early and to play with other people and stuff like that. If you're wondering, am I a sweaty gamer? Am I a sweaty TCG gamer? Do I play crazy decks, expensive decks? The answer is no. I'm a collector, so typically what I do is the only events I participate in are the events where the packs are, the set is released. So when the set is released, they have like about a week-ish where they do these events where you can get packs a little early. Or you get the packs and you get to like play with them. So I do that. And after that point, I don't go to like locals. I don't do any of that stuff. I just collect the cards, play a little bit. And then 2 months later, I buy the singles that I want when it gets cheaper, and rinse and repeat. I don't sweat. I don't go to I don't have that budget to play these expensive decks and stuff like that though. Just wanted to put it out there, of course. I'd love to, honestly. It was just too expensive these days to afford too many TCGs, you know. Night Allison, nice to see you. I'm glad. I'm glad. I know, like, you know, because of the time that because of the stream times that I typically have, majority of my viewers are from the East Coast. So I understand that I'm streaming a bit on the later side. Let me do this. So yeah, currently we are creating squares, and what we're doing here are rectangles, and what we're doing is just getting practice in connecting these shapes together. I was told by some other artists in Asia, or I've seen at least, that it's supposed to help with understanding perspective a little bit more, you know. And all we have to do here is connect one corner to another corner and just keep drawing sort of like just keep drawing however I feel, as if, yeah. So let's do like a big square here, and you know, let's do something like this, like that. How are you guys this day? How's everybody's weekend so far? Is it good? You guys do anything cool? Did you guys wish you guys went to Offkai? I'd like to. Yeah, I wish I didn't know anyone who was gonna go. Okay, well, yeah, I didn't know anyone who was going, but I did know that there was a lot of people I'd like to meet that went, but at the same time, I didn't want to intrude on like their plans, if that made sense. I didn't want to be like, yo, I'd love to, because I didn't go to Offkai itself, so I didn't want to be like, yo, is there space for, like, are you guys having like a fan dinner or something like that? I don't know. I'd love to maybe come. Okay, this is looking good so far. You know, last stream I was so focused. I was so focused on art that, and you know, when I'm obviously I'm learning, I'm learning right now. I'm in the past, right? When I started streaming and learning how to draw for the first time, I made a lot of mistakes in like art, at least like learning art and stuff. My eyes were off, my colors were off. I made green alien skin. When I was coloring, my shading was like atrocious, right? And during that period of time, man, I was like focused, like laser focused, trying to learn how, like these different art techniques, and just practicing fundamentals, face, all this stuff. And during that time, I was pretty silent, I would say. I was pretty silent. Like, I would talk and then I would go silent for like maybe 30 minutes at a time, I guess. And I started doing that again last stream because I was so focused on like trying to draw good, or not good, sorry, just trying to learn, that I totally forgot that I should be talking to you guys while I'm also drawing. I mean, I did, but I should be doing that a little bit more, you know? So I'm gonna try to continue talking and narrating what I'm thinking about, at least. Fill in a little bit of that empty space while I'm doing something, and hopefully, you know, while I'm just rambling about certain things, it might be a little bit easier to a lot more fun to watch, I'd say. Okay, so we got shapes. We're almost done. Let's go ahead and make 3 more boxes here, and then after that we'll go ahead and so this is our warm-up, by the way. Different shapes connected all from one corner. Ups, downs, left, right. Different shapes, right? Let us feel how these shapes connect together. This is weird. And again, the reason why we're doing this is to practice sort of just seeing cubes in seeing cubes in general. And let's do one more here. Right. Helps us see in perspective a little bit more, hopefully. Okay, and then what we're gonna do now is we are going to shade in a side, and this is gonna help us a little bit sort of see depth a bit more. Of how light is kind of being touched, right? I'm choosing random sides right now, just to fill it in. All right, so these are our squares. Square practice. Made a little M shape here, and that's good. Let's go ahead and get into our next drawing here. So today, again, we're going to be practicing on 3 things: hair, body, and and flow. Those are the 3 things we're practicing. We don't need to finish the picture. I don't want to finish the picture, but I do want to get faster and faster at this so that I'm able to go through this phase a lot more confidently. I've been practicing a lot of blocking. I've been blocking in like sort of values, kind of not values, but like the shape, I guess, for hair. And I think it's really helped a lot to creating a bit more of a cohesive piece. I've been doing that with the body as well, and it's been really helpful to getting sort of the general vibe and the shape. And I think now it's just sort of doing it enough times where I can get a really good foundation. Okay, so I'm gonna close my eyes, and we are gonna make around. Where's the Gundam? Here, this is the Gundam. This is the Gundam. Welcome, Scallion. I got this from round 1 from the One Piece collaboration. They were showed this off last stream, I think. Yeah, this is Reze from Chainsaw Man. I swiped $60 worth to get this, and apparently goes for around $80 to $100 on eBay. So no, I the reason why I didn't like I didn't like the One Piece figurines. Well, okay, so this is what I told my friend. I told my friend, hey, if I see, I told my friend, if I see a Reze figurine, and it was one of those like luck games. It was one of those luck games where you have to drop a ball into like what is the takoyaki sort of container. So there's like little balls all down here. You had to drop a ball in and it had to go into the center. And I know that those types of games, like, you need to fill everything around it before you get into the middle. Typically. Yeah. So I told my friend, if there is somebody that is doing it and they've done it a couple times, I'm going to go all in. But if nobody does it, I'm not going to do it. So I saw 3 people who came for the One Piece collab, and I knew that somebody was going to do it because they're going to go to round 1. They came for the One Piece collab. Now they have $200 worth of credits that they have to use, and of course they're going to use it for the crane games, right? Of course. I don't know when they're going to come back to round 1 ever again, so I'm pretty sure they're going to burn a lot on crane games. I saw 3 people. They were burning it. There were 3 friends. They were like swiping. They swiped 8 times. 8 times, and I was waiting. But I didn't want to be right behind them, because if I was right behind them, then they would know I'm waiting for them, and they would maybe like split all 3 and then just try to swipe all the way. So I scavenged like a vulture around, pretending that I was looking at all the cranes, but I was waiting for them to leave. So after the 8th one, they're like, "Oh, this is impossible," and they left. And I came in, and I swiped another 15 times. I think it was like 12 to 15 times to finally get it. And I finally got it. Now, I knew that I spent a lot, right? It was around like roughly around like $50 to $60 in terms of pull value. 100%, I understand that. But then I looked at it on eBay, and apparently this figure costs like, if you want to buy from Japan or China, right, it's going to cost $100. The top part is very loose, by the way. And there's no other listings in America. And the last listing was sold for like, I want to say 60 or 70, but even then that was like a flash sale. Before that, it would be even higher. This is like a very wanted sort of figurine. It's very well done too, if you look at the way that everything is, with the fishnet is. And yeah, it's like 60 to 70. But the moment they take it out of round 1 and you can't get it anymore, I'm pretty sure these are going to go. Not that I care. I'm not going to sell it. But it just makes me feel better knowing that the amount I put in is basically the amount that it actually costs. Right? So, yeah. And if you know Reze, you know Reze. She's awesome. Yeah. We also went to some. I talked a little bit earlier about some of the events I went to. I went to my second pre-Rift for Riftbound, and I also went to Gundam. So let me show you guys this. Let's talk about Gundam real quick first. So for Gundam, I'm not gonna explain like what happened specifically, but basically I was on the wait list. And it was early in the morning. And I went to that early in the morning one because I thought that people wouldn't wake up in time. And it turns out I was the last person on the wait list to get in. I was 7th on the wait list. So I was the last person to get in. And there's like 3 other people waiting. So luckily I got in, played the games. And after I finished the games, I went 2-1. But after I finished the games, apparently there was a raffle. And I had no idea. But apparently there was a raffle. And I want to play. You can't see this, guys. You can't really see this that well, but I got a playmat. I took a picture of it. You can't see the face, but it's a girl. Her name is Lacus from Gundam Seed. But I got a playmat. And apparently there was a raffle going on for all of the participants, and that's why everybody actually went. I thought people went for the packs, but apparently they went for the playmat. And I looked on eBay, and on Japan, it's going for like $400, $300 to $400. And I was like, what the heck is going on? This must be a limited edition playmat or something. And so, I'm pretty sure it's gonna come down to like 100 to 150 or whatever. But I didn't know that it was such a valuable playmat. So I'm so glad like I won one. That's awesome. And it's really cool. It has like the Gundam logo. I also got some alternate arts. I pulled some cards and I was really lucky. I kind of want to show you guys some of the cards. Now, okay, very cool. Here we go. So, I pulled this really cool card. This one's from Gundam. It's one of their unique cards where they have the pilot as well as their mech. Brand new type of foiling card that they showed off. I thought was really cool. These are not that important. These are some really cool looking cards, but these aren't that expensive. But just want to show some of the art. I think this one's really cool value-wise. But here is a wing mecha suit going in. That's pretty cool. And okay, here we go. We're getting into better and better ones. This is another one that I pulled. Very nice. And okay, here's our first alternate art. We got Kira and we got Lacus, I believe. I think that's her name. I think the art on this is fantastic. Look at the blues and the way that the blues goes into her clothing. I believe that has. I don't know if her clothes is actually like that or if it's the light reflecting or not. And then there's also sort of like this. I don't know how to describe it, but I just really like the lighting here. It just looks really nice. This is an alternate art, one in every two. You get 2 of these in every booster box, and there's a lot of really cool looking ones. So I thought it was really nice. I really like the pilots the most. So I thought that was cool. And then we got this one. This one's a really cool retro looking one. This one is Amuro Ray. He is basically the mascot, I guess, the mascot pilot. We got Char here as well. This is all from Char's counterattack. So you've got Quest here, Hathaway here, and some of Amuro Ray's love interests as well. And this sort of really cool retro looking card, I thought was really awesome. I like it. We also got this one right here. This one is New Gundam. This is the Gundam that Amuro pilots. So this guy, Amuro, he pilots this card right here. This is called the New Gundam, the OG Gundam that is considered probably by fans the best, either top 3 or the best looking Gundam in the franchise. So we got some really cool pose of him with his funnels moving around. And then the last card we pulled was Wing Zero. This one is really awesome too. Right now this card is about $180, but I'm pretty sure it will come down to maybe 130, 100, around there. Regardless though, this is my personal chase and I got it. So I was really happy about that. Well, I had 3 chases. 2 of them were girls that I'll probably buy singles for, and then this Wing Zero card. I think it looks so beautiful with the wings coming out. Not just that, but the wings are super like textured as well. I can pull it out. I think it'd be better. these wings right here are textured. Super cool. Man, Gundam like really knows how to bling out cards to make it look so epic. But yeah, that's Wing Gundam right there. I don't know. Overall, I won a lot of things, so I was really happy. As for Riftbound, I went to Riftbound down with Seed. I don't like Seed either, but I like the art. So I always separate the art and the people behind it separate. So if I like the art, I like the art. Gundam is super biased with Seed. I'm not sure why. They keep putting support for Seed over and over again, but I personally really want support for some of the other ones that I really enjoy. 08 MS is coming soon. I really like that one. I really like Zeta Gundam, but they shafted Camille and Zeta Gundam. The whole like deck archetype is not even playable. They got a lot of work to do. Yeah, I know. Yeah, they do have a lot of variations. I'm not a fan of. I mean, I like the design with the backpacks and stuff, but not so much of a fan of the art direction as well as the story. But yeah, no, I enjoy it. I also tried out Riftbound. So I didn't play Rift. I went to a Spirit Forged pre-Rift event once, and I never I just went to that and I never played it again. And I told my friend I wouldn't play it until summertime because that's when I expect summertime slowdown. I expect less people spending money on TCGs around that time, so products will be cheaper, which means singles will be cheaper, which means I'll be able to enjoy the hobby a little bit better. So the set released or is about to release next Friday, but the pre-rift you can get the cards early, so I decided to go to that. I didn't pull anything crazy this time. I did pull an order rune, so I thought this was really cool. This is basically sort of like an energy. It's like one in every booster box, so it's like nothing too crazy. It's pretty common, I guess. Maybe worth $5. I don't know. But it looks cool. Super shiny. Textured card. Looks nice. I had. Isn't there a new set? Yeah, the new set is Vendetta. The new set is Vendetta. I played Zed, so this is my Zed deck, that I built, or I was using actually. And I just sleeved everything to make it look nice. But I played Zed. There's a lot of rivalries in the set, so Shen, Zed. I don't know if Kennen and Akali are sort of rivals, but if they are, it's Kennen and Akali. Kale and Morgana is in the set, and Mel and Abessa are in the set. Yeah. But overall, I struggled so hard to figure out if I want to keep playing Riftbound. Okay, let me explain the demographic. I think you guys will be very interested in the demographic. So when I play Gundam, right, the average age of the people that are there playing Gundam, in my opinion, are between ages 27 all the way to like 40. I think a vast majority of them are around 30, 33, 34, around that age. Yeah, around like 33, 34-ish. And then when I went to Riftbound, the Gen Zs were like flocking over there. It was crazy the amount of Gen Zs were. There's so many young people there. And not just so many young people. There was like, so there's around like 30 attendees, right? In those 30 attendees, 10 of them were girls. I was very surprised. Around like 1/3 of them were girls. And then like there's so many people who are like who are using like Gen Z lingo. I think there were the ages of like between 25, like 24 to like 27, 24, 30, maybe around that age. So it's a lot younger. And not just that, but there was a lot of new players still coming into learning the new Riftbound event. Why are you surprised that there were girls? I mean, because I come from Gundam where there was like none. So and then when I go to Riftbound, I see like just a shift, and I'm like, whoa, that's crazy. Yeah, no, in the beginning of Gundam, there were like maybe like 3 out of 30 or something like that. It was like 3, but those 3, I know them, like I've seen them. They all left to go back to One Piece. And now they moved to well, they're playing One Piece, but they're also playing Riftbound. But they basically left Gundam. And the only reason why they played Gundam, they all played Char. So the only reason why they played Gundam was because they wanted to play Char. Right? And so, obviously, yeah, husbando Char, it makes sense, right? So they left. And now they're into Riftbound. And, oh my god. So, in Riftbound, right? The first match I played was this person who had like a bunch of spells, and they kept on like comboing one card to the next, and just completely destroying me. I just wanted to give up. I told my friend like I couldn't do anything. I just wanted to give up, and that left a really bad taste in my mouth. I was like, I don't know if Riftbound seems very like high skill. It's definitely a high skill. I'm not saying it's not high skill. It's high skill, but also like I feel like it's a high barrier to play at an even level with a lot of people. Like you need to buy an expensive deck, like $150 to $350 for a deck, and that's expensive to me at least. I think decks should be like at the low end around 50, and at the high end around like basically One Piece, right? The high end maybe like 120, 150. The low end maybe like 50, 30 around there. Riftbound's way too expensive. And so, yeah, it kind of left a sour taste in my mouth. I don't know if I'm going to continue playing it, but I probably will have to, just because for our Gundam, my local scene is like, nobody goes to locals. They just go to the big tournament, the seasonal tournament. And I know Riftbound, there's a lot of casuals. Because, okay, let me explain this. This is different, right? Difference in an idea. Okay, so think about this, right? If your target demographic, right? If your target demographic is the ages between, let's say, 28 to 40, right? 28 to 40. Most of these people, they already sort of like have their rhythm. They go to work, they come back, maybe they have a pet, maybe they have a partner, maybe they have kids. Most of them, not most of them, but like a good portion of them I've talked to have kids, right? They don't have the luxury to go out to hang out, right? And so it makes sense that they're gonna look at their choices and be like, well, do I spend $10 and go to a Gundam local event, right, to be sweaty and try to win something, or do I just stay at home because I see that nobody is doing it, so why should I do it? So they don't do it, right? And if they don't do it, I can't do it, nobody can do it. So I bully the casuals. No, actually I usually lose. I'm usually 0-3. but I like going every now and then because I like to just see like what people are up to, type of thing. Now in Riftbound, because the age demographic is a lot like lower, I think that the Gen Z community is a lot more focused on at least looking at my cousins and stuff like that, who are also Gen Z. Well, they're more Gen Alpha. But I guess Gen Alpha, yeah. Gen Alpha really likes to, and Gen Z as well, hang out, right? And do things together. They like going to events together. They like doing things together. They like going on trips together. They just like doing a lot of things together. And one of the things that they do is maybe explore the hobby together. And so they bring their friends to Riftbound and these local scenes. And it might not be full. It might be just 6 people. It might be 5 people. Sometimes maybe 10 people. But, you know, it's enough to start like a cycle of them showing up and whatnot. Oh, I just pulled my... wait, hold on. I just pulled my arm. Yeah. And so... I don't know, you know? And, you know, League of Legends so is a bigger IP. So, I mean, I wouldn't say it's a bigger IP per se, but... it's just more people showing up, you know? So... I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do yet. Time will tell. Anyway, you wanna... That's me done talking, and we can go back to art now. And let me quickly get a shape in here. I'm gonna close my eyes and I'm gonna draw a shape. Let's try it. So we drew circles last time. We drew triangles last time. You know what? Let's do like a straight line. Let's do something like this. Okay, this is gonna be our shape, guys. This is gonna be our shape. Let's try to make something out of this. I'm actually gonna make it a little bit longer. This is our shape. Oh, also, Riftbound players are more sweaty than Gundam players. I will say, like, some of them are like really, like, some of them I faced are really sweaty. So, and also I don't trust casuals, so I don't really have a good relationship with casuals. They are, yeah, that is true. They are all sweaty. I knew the game was gonna be sweaty, yeah. Gundam is a lot less like sweaty. It's a lot more controlled. It's like controlled sweat. I don't know. It's different. It's like, personally for me, I prefer Gundam over Riftbound and how it plays. How it plays and how the cards look, right? I support Gundam all the way. I just wish more people played Gundam, but I understand why they might not, right? If you give them choice and they're like, okay, you have $1,000 or you have $100 to spend on card games, what are you going to spend it on, right? Are they going to spend it on their favorite IP that has the most recognition as well in North America, as well as having longevity and price stability? Maybe look in Pokemon, or maybe they're going to look into Riftbound or to Magic. It makes sense why they wouldn't go into to Gundam. And so at the same time, man, Gundam is like, guys, come on, this card looks cool as hell. Retro Amuro Ray, come on, man, that is cool. You don't get stuff like this in League of Legends. Like, I think Gundam as a franchise is meh as a card game if you're collecting or you want to play a certain Gundam. Yeah. So it's definitely made for fans. Just like if you only watched one series, you're not gonna have fun within the game, or even collecting the cards. Like for me, I watched through every single Gundam like show. I think I'm missing just like 5 this year, and that's sort of how I've come to understand, I guess, a bit of the cool, why certain cards are cool. Keeping up with the franchise worse than One Piece because some is built, not the others. You are correct, but at the same time, Scallion, I will also say that because every Gundam series is standalone, you can watch it all at your own time, albeit, I mean, I'm not gonna say it's better than One Piece in storyline. It's not. It's totally different. There's some really good ones, and there's some really, really bad ones. But I think that it's kind of and I will preface by saying that I did watch a majority of the Gundams, like a majority, like out of maybe like, let's say 15, maybe 2 I watched on normal speed, and the rest I watched at 1.5 times speed to 1.5 times speed. I have not watched Build Fighters. I haven't watched Build Fighters, Stardust, and I think maybe like 2 movies. I have not watched yet. But other than that, I watched all of them. I watched Gundam Age and Seed, Victory, G-Crux, Witch of Mercury. Well, actually, Witch of Mercury, I gave up. I really disliked it, so I never finished it. But I watched like maybe 3 episodes, and I will not finish it because I really don't like the main character. Iron Blood Orphans, all that stuff. And oh, they released the brand new, I don't know if you guys saw, but the new Gundam anime is coming out next year called Alex or something like that. It's the prequel to the video game that's going to be releasing. So I'm really excited about that. I think that they're using a lot more of a mature art style, so I think it's going to tackle some really interesting things, I would say. Yeah. There's definitely some like series that I wish they never made for Gundam. Like, it was atrocious, and there were some episodes that I skipped. But I think that my overall enjoyment of the entire series as a whole was positive. So yeah, there's that as well. Yeah. Oh wait, I should put this on another layer. Yo, am I not on this? Oh yeah, it's the same layer. Okay. Yeah. So I have 2 lines coming down and then this coming out this way, right? So how do I make this really interesting? I think how to make this interesting would be to sort of have the character kind of lean in a little bit. I think that'd be really cool. Like so. And then... No, I don't think I should do foreshortening right now. I'm not that advanced yet. One Piece and Riftbound do a better job at universe and lore. Yeah. Yeah, they do. Gundam is very like it's just I don't even know how to describe it. It basically is like, hey, yo, look at these cool ass machines. Don't you want to build one? It feels like that. Hmm. This should be on this side. Move this up a little bit here. Gotta shrink it down because I need more space. So I learned a little bit more in terms of anatomy that I kind of wanted to practice. Currently right now I'm just sort of drawing a little bit of what it might look like, right? And I'm thinking like how I'm gonna make this one a little bit more interesting is that I'm gonna make her sort of so the body is here, her center point is right here, she's leaning, I want her to lean, so this, oh sorry, this is going to have to move over a little bit, like here. Oh, oops. So it's like if I do this, I want her to be leaning really like maybe model pose here. This is one straight line and this is the other line, right? Okay. Okay, that's like a rough idea. Let's do that. Okay. Model pose. Let's do it. Body's okay. This is okay. Let's move this back here. Let's move this one a little bit. Oops. A little bit bigger here. And yeah. I'm kind of curious, guys. How has like Twitch been for you guys? Like the people that you guys watch. Have you guys started watching new people? Has do people your old the people that you follow, are they still streaming? What's going on? And then maybe she can have like some sort of hair or cape or whatever coming on. Okay, let's clean this up a little bit. So we got like the general shape, right? I've noticed that for me specifically, that a lot of the people that I follow have sort of moved their streaming schedules to the weekend. So they don't stream during the day anymore. They stream maybe like once or twice over the weekend. I guess it kind of makes sense because they are working and stuff, so they don't really have time during the weekdays. How much have I spent on TCGs? I don't know how much I spent, but it is a lot. I spent a lot. I'm not going to say how much, but I will say a lot. Jerry, welcome. Hello. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah. I spent an unhealthy amount. However, when all is said and done, I believe I am net positive. As crazy as it sounds. Things that I purchase are usually like they hold value, and I do a lot of research before sort of doing it. But maybe it won't. I don't know if Jerry. I'm not sure if Jerry's still in an ad. Oh, okay, yeah, answer Scallion's question. I am curious too. It's the anomaly. The VTuber news? I have not. Oh, if you're talking about Hybe, I did see it. I honestly thought the VTuber scene was very mature as is. I honestly thought it's actually declining. I mean, I think it's not declining, but I felt like it was declining. So I thought it was like already fully matured. But if Hybe is going in, that means they probably see an opportunity in the market. Yeah, and so maybe they're trying it out. I don't know. Right, yeah. But I thought these VTubers, Plave is different. It's a straight up like boy band, like real like 3D and everything, but this is just like regular VTubers, right? I'm sure they'll be very successful though. Whatever they do. Apparently the UPC might drop for Pokemon? I'm not ready now. I mean, I'm ready, but I'm ready to not get anything. I'm sure they printed enough though, I guess, if I think about it that way. I was there when played with Honige. OG. How much? They're pretty big now, right? Jajan, welcome back. It's been a while. What am I working on today? Let's how do I phrase this in one simple way? I don't know if you went to Offkai though, but I did not go. But if you did, I hope you enjoyed Offkai. Yeah. So I haven't drawn in a long time. I actually have stopped drawing. I dropped drawing for about a year to a year and a half. I think about a year and a half. And because I was burnt out. And so I'm coming back to art over the past 3 weeks. And the break from art has allowed me to sort of not remember how to draw as much, so that I'm able to relearn what I wanted to learn to draw and not like go back on like things that I did in the past, if that makes sense. So I've been enlightened. I mean, I don't know if you think that my art has improved when I came back, then that means that the things that I've been learning throughout the year, watching shorts and taking notes and doodling every now and then in my journal, has probably helped out a lot. Again, some of the things that I've been practicing is hair. You know, I do hair a little bit differently now. Trying to practice hair in a little bit more of a Grand Blue-esque style. Yeah, I'm still trying to learn it, but the idea of layering, and then creating texture and stuff like that. Here's another example of me trying to do that here. And of course, I'm also trying to practice silhouettes, body shapes. I want to create flow. I'm very rigid in how I draw. And so you're going to notice like these lines right here. So what I did was I closed my eyes and I created a random shape with my eyes closed, a random like figure or whatever. And I tried to create a person to that. These are not real characters. These are just random characters with random hair and stuff like that. Nothing too crazy. And currently, the pose that I drew was this. It kind of looked like this. It kind of looked like this. This is like the pose that the lines that I sort of sketched. Right, yeah. I want to kind of free myself from being rigid. So I want to really practice on that. And so I noticed in this specific one right here, we had line here, and a line here. 3 different lines. And so what I was thinking was maybe I can create something where it has 3 different lines. But instead of making a line sort of like 3 like this, maybe we can do something like maybe 1 here, and then 1 here. Or something like that. Or maybe we just do 2 lines and then I don't know. But that's what I'm doing right now, yeah. And we're practicing just bodies. And I want her to kind of shift her waist a little bit. So I have a little doll right here. So it'd be kind of shifted like so. She can't shift all the way, but I guess it would look something like this. Wait, this actually looks wrong. I can't. Okay, something like this. Yeah. Her hip has to be up. Oh, that's my struggle right now. My hip is not. Yeah, that's my struggle right here. This one didn't look right because the hip is supposed to be like. Right. It's supposed to be like this. Yeah. Right. Yeah, but hope you're doing fantastic though. Anything new? Anything cool? Anything interesting happen? Over the past few days? Yeah. All right. Look at that. Okay. All right. So. I actually don't really draw heads this way, so I'm gonna have to move it around, but yeah. Body, small, long legs. Let me just check my my sizing here. So this size should be here. Yep, that's good. This one should be right here. That's good. Okay. So yeah, and I need to also make sure that I talk to you guys while I'm doing this as well. Okay, so we have this. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the silhouette. So this is gonna help me kind of regain the flow that I lost via using squares. And we'll go ahead and get our round brush here. We'll go ahead and lower the opacity, and let's go ahead and draw in. So let's piece in how we want her. So I'm gonna go with a little bit of a lower color here. So okay, so you can kind of see this and this. This is going to have to lower in opacity. Okay. If you guys have any questions about what I'm doing though, feel free to ask away. Let me know. Oh, I don't know if you're still here, Jen, but there's also like the Relink DLC. I don't know if you were interested in it, but there's a new DLC that came out. Nice, nice. Glad to hear. So overall, this character is like pretty thin. Okay. Excuse me. You know, I think what we need to do is actually, we need to erase this part and kind of make her shoulder a little more in, it feels. Whoops. The shoulder will be in front. So the shoulder is going to show first, right? No. No. This is wrong. Okay, so we do this. And then the shoulder will be in front. Yeah, the shoulder is in front. Yeah. I think that what I will do is I'm going to just move this away just a little bit. Maybe like right here. And this will be one leg. Maybe not. Maybe something's off. Where is my Lucify tool? Oh, here it is. Ah. And how do I do this? Well, we learn as we go, right? think we just lower it just a little bit more. And just make it a little bit bigger. Okay, let's kind of work with this. Okay, so we got our little bit of our silhouette here, just for guidance. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually draw over it, guys. So this is what it's gonna be like. Okay. Before we do anything, I'm going to resize these real quick. Okay. Very nice. Let's do it. So I'm kind of thinking like, oh wait, her head needs to be lowered a little bit. Quick. Okay, here we go. I'm thinking like, since she's gonna be facing this way, and maybe, all right, so we'll go ahead and draw all of the hold up. Like so. And then again, the body, the head is not important. I was told actually the head is one of the last things you should work on. And instead, what you should work on is the body. But we need to have the head shape a little bit. So we'll just do this real quick. So we're gonna draw our guidelines to create nice, consistent heads. Oh my god, this ball is actually, hold up, this ball's a little too big. Let me make it a little smaller. Yeah. I think that I'm gonna do this instead. And that's going to give us the foundation for our neck. This one's going to go here. I'm going to go this way. So it kind of has to go in here. Breasts gonna be around here to the neck, pop out, and so not too low, not too, should be, I want her to have higher breasts because her body is, this one is actually, this box should actually be something like this. So I want her to be, I want her breasts to be actually like higher. So we're gonna, so maybe, and then there's sort of the middle waist area here, transition point. Then, wait, forgot. So, right, let me double check. So she has boobs. Boobs pop out, come in, create this, right? This is right. Create this part right here. This boob should be a little this way. Middle area comes in a bit more here. And then she has sort of her mid area right here. And this area right here is a little tricky. Oops. So there's like one area here, and they always said, people said to have like a little bit of area here. This is where like, I guess how the butt is connected somehow, some way. It's like you have like your normal sort of like leg, right? And then they always say to add a little bit more. Maybe it's not necessary on this spot right here. Well, actually, this spot shouldn't have it. This spot... This spot should not show it. This spot shows it. This spot doesn't show it because of the way that it's structured. Oh, she has low kneecaps. Low kneecaps. Okay. Very cool, very cool. This part we are going to sort of have. Okay, so okay, so this part right here is hold up. So it should look kind of like here, but then her body's twisting. And if her body is like twisting, then I feel like it should follow, and that this area should be like so. Yeah. Okay, okay, Nettie, you got this. You got this. Think about it in shapes. Okay, so I think that this area is a lot bigger than this one. Did I do this right? This area shows more. This one shows less. If I were to do this, then this area needs to move up. This area needs to move up. This area is down. So, okay. So, wait, but I twisted it this way. So I'm okay. I'm playing in the wrong. Okay. So it should be here. And then okay. I got this. Come on, guys. I can do it. So let's go ahead and make the legs a little thinner here. We are going to imagine that there is a box right here, right? In that box, there is a middle area here, right? Yeah. And it kind of goes, it goes this way and this way. So this area right here, and then this area right here, and we pop out. Then we have our arm, which this is a little bit of a stretch. Okay, this one, go here. This part's useless. This part comes down. Then so, and then this part will foreshorten. So this one Go one like this. So this is one interesting, easy way of foreshortening that I learned in the past. And it's basically sort of creating spirals. When you create spirals, you're able to see the shape in which it creates the volume and depth that you need. Yeah. So in this specific case, I can't really make her go that sort of far, but okay. And then I think that what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna move her head and a little bit. One here, right? This one goes to her neck. This one goes to her neck as well. So her neck has to be like right here. And that means her head, this is why you don't do the head first. Because if you're doing this, then this whole head will have to kind of shift a little bit, right? So if I wanted to do something like this, then maybe I would have to change this whole thing here. Like so. Like so. Like so. And then I just shift this entire head this way a bit. And I want her looking upwards a bit. So if I were to do something like this, right? If I did something like that, can I work with it? And the answer is yes, I can. Because I can do anything. Haha. Oh, a very corny joke. When I was at Riftbound, the event, I was playing Zed. The deck Zed, right? I lost, but it was funny because during the Zed deck, I was saying his voice lines. So Zed, I typically do this because I've been playing League for over like 10 years, right? Since high school, so very long time. And I know some of the voice lines that the characters do. And the voice lines for Zed, he says like, "The unseen blade is the deadliest." And so I would make his like, I'd do that in front of my opponent, and he's like, "Oh, is that what Zed says?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's what Zed says." He's like, "Oh, I didn't know. I don't play League of Legends." I was like, "What the hell is going on?" They play Magic. Yeah. Guess the more you know. All right, so this is our pose here. What we're gonna do now is we are going to draw over this pose, and we're gonna do our line art here now. I know it's a lot of steps, but yeah, it's I think it's necessary. I think it's necessary. Okay, here we go. I just realized my pen is, this is so like thin. It's whatever. So I want to make her look a little like childish a bit, and cute. So we are going to be adding, how do you call it? A bit of a rounder face. And we're also going to, whoops, make her look in a different direction, but this is not looking right. How am I gonna do this? That's okay. Yeah, that's good. I feel like you can't really see what I'm drawing because my lines are so thin. Okay, I'll try to like. I'll try to make the lines a little bit more like. Again, this is not to finish the picture entirely. It's just again, it's just to get the feel of the picture, right? Yeah. What the heck is that line? It came out of nowhere. Okay, so I just realized that my face is a little too whoops. Maybe she's looking at something, you know? Maybe she's looking at something. I'd love for you guys to like rate my like I'm not trying to I'm not trying to draw completely like Granblue, but obviously if you guys can see a little bit of inspiration, I think that would be then that means I sort of did my job in learning a bit of how this character of me like practicing its art, I guess. I need to move her head and everything a little bit, like more down here. think I made her head a little too big, but we'll see. So, okay, her head is gonna be turning that way. Okay, so I have to, let's keep that in mind. Her head's gonna be turning a bit. We're gonna remove this part. And so if I were to do something like this, and then something like this, I think that would be better if it were like that. Her head would be turning this. No. I think all of this needs to move this way. Oh, whoops. Am I drawing on? There we go. This whole area needs to kind of lift up a little bit as well. And her chest is... I need to get to a point at some point, right? I don't know when. But I think I did my this box wrong. I think this box should have been like this, honestly. Instead of the other way. Only because I don't know how I feel like I did it wrong when it was the other way. So if that's the case, right, then this should be, yeah, right here. Right, this should be. My brain is hurting a little bit. Just a little bit. Trying to imagine this. Just a bit. Alright. So... now obviously, the anatomy is not perfect. That's okay. We're here to make mistakes. Even if the anatomy is not perfect, the idea is to create a piece where I feel I don't know where her hand's supposed to be. I don't want her. Should her hands just drop down like this? It just looks weird if it's dropping down. We'll leave a blank. We'll leave a blank. I think this part is like correct. There's like this middle area here, and then it leads to this torso area. And this torso area, I think we just gotta make it a bit higher. Ah, I messed up the fundamentals already. This whole thing is messed up right here. Maybe we'll give up. We'll give up on the bottom. We'll give up on the bottom. We'll continue up top here. Can we salvage this? Can we at least salvage this? We're just gonna draw simple hair, nothing crazy. I'm gonna make it short. I would like silhouette this, but I kind of just want to see what it looked like without it. This whole eye is off too. This whole head is off. Oh my god, I'm like, I don't like it. I don't like it. What did I do wrong, guys? What did I do wrong? I'm gonna... break time. I need a reset. I need a reset. I think that the anatomy that I did not work there. I want to retry that, but we're gonna take a bit of a breather, drink some Wawa. Yeah. So, let me do something real quick. Okay, so I've got a little story here. And this story is about round one. Let's talk about round one real quick. So this is not the One Piece event. I went to round one last week with my friend, and he brought his girlfriend, and we're doing Pump It Up, the dancing machine for like DDR but Korean. It has like diagonals and stuff like that. I used to be on level 8 in terms of difficulty, and I've moved into level 9. And over the past 2 weeks with my friend, because we go every week to practice, I moved to level 9, and I've started breaking all my records. And he was wondering, hey, Nito, have you been practicing like on your like off days and stuff like that? How is it possible that you're beating everything and you're getting better so fast? And I told him, no, I only go with you. But there's one thing that I've changed over the past 2 months, and I've been doing it 4 times a week. And it's something that I've talked about on stream before. It's called hip flexor exercises. There's a ball joint right here. This ball joint right here. This ball joint right here is the hip flexor. It's basically like a ball that you're able to move around with your hips right here. Now, what happens is that when you're sitting a lot, these balls and these areas right here, it gets tight. The muscles around it, the tendons over here, it gets tight. And not only does it gets tight, it gets shorter as well. So when it gets shorter and tight, when you walk, when you do things, when you stretch, it's tight. And what hip flexor exercises do is it allows you to re-mobilize this area and make it a bit able to kind of make very crazy like ball movements, I guess, everywhere. You can make like, you can go up, you can spread your legs, do splits, whatever it may be. Training that area, stretching that area allows you to have better mobility. And not just that, but it also lets you stand straight more. Something that happens, let me show you guys. Something that happens, oh, this is a nice pose. But something that happens is that when you sit a lot, this can happen to your, let me see. This can happen to your hips. Do you see how like your hip is slanted and not straight? The butt is like perking outwards. Your hip itself is supposed to be perpendicular to the ground. But sometimes when you're, if you sit a lot, this happens where your pelvis area is kind of stuck at the sitting position. So if your sitting position is like this, right, and you move upwards, well, you see that your hip hasn't changed because it's still in the sitting position. And this happens a lot when you actually sit a lot and you actually walk like this. I don't know if you've seen some old people walking, or like really elderly people walking, but they kind of have this shape as well. If you guys have seen it before, they walk kind of like this, and they're kind of hunched over like this. They're like, they kind of look like this, right? This area is bent downwards. Their neck is sort of bent down, like the whole shoulder is like sloop, like, you know, this sort of pose right here, and kind of they're stuck on that area. And the reason why is because this area right here is stuck and it needs to be put back into straight position. And how do you do that? You do hip flexor exercises, which you can find on YouTube. And you also do a lot of back strengthening exercises. One of my favorite exercises that I've been doing over the past 2 months is the Cobra. This is a yoga technique, but basically you stay flat right here. And you basically just tilt your spine, your body upwards like so. You can use your hands to kind of support yourself right here. And you want to create a curvature right here. This curvature helps realign the spine so that it's straight, but not just realign the spine. It also teaches it to remember the correct positioning of the spine. Use this for like maybe 20 seconds, maybe like 2-3 times, right? That's really, really good. Other exercises that's really good for your to help your spine go back to original shape is if you are laying down like so on a flat surface. Of course, your legs are bent, and what you're doing is you're bringing your pelvis. No need to use you could just lay your hands down, but you're bringing your pelvis upwards. So let me move the hand away so you can see what it looks like. When you're bringing the pelvis upwards like this, right, you're moving your like crotch area to the sky, creating sort of like a diagonal pattern here. You want to keep your back straight. What you do right here now is you're creating that tension on the back to make it on the spine to make it straight. And you do this, and then you do this, and then after that you bring your hip back down, and then you push back up. I mean, there's a lot of like sort of hip exercises and spinal exercises that are so important to the mobility of yourself. And I think that the results are so fast. I've been doing it for, again, 2 months, and I love doing it. I feel like a kid again every time I, like, in terms of how much I can move after I do those exercises. And my friend, who's a physical therapist who I go with, he's like, oh man, you know, seeing you take the initiative to do these exercises that I usually tell my clients, because I tell my clients to do them, but they never do them. So, you know, and I don't do them myself, but seeing somebody who is doing it actively and seeing results immediately over like a period of time makes me more confident in telling my patients to do these exercises, because he's seen it. I mean, he's seen it work obviously in like elder patients, but to see such big results happen on a younger patient, I'm not even a patient, but a younger person like myself, is like, it kind of like reinforces what he's been learning with physical therapy and the knots and the tightness and the way people sit and stand and what people should be doing, etc., and stuff like that. So I recommend you guys YouTube or go to Instagram, hip flexor exercises. Very short, 10-15 minutes. You will see the results. I'm in my opinion, you should see the results in 1 to 2 days. Immediately, your hips will open up and flare out, and you will feel like you've never felt before. It's great. It's great. Highly recommend it, guys. Highly recommend it. But that being said, guys, that is going to be it for today. Sorry for the shorter stream. It is 10:30, so I need to go to bed soon. We will attempt the art piece again later, hopefully next week. So I do have 2 events that I'm going to. One's going to be on Wednesday, so I can't do Wednesday, and then one's going to be either on Monday or Tuesday. So for TCG stuff. So I don't know exactly when I will be streaming next week, but for sure Sunday we'll definitely do it. Sunday mornings is a date that I really like. And yeah, I think that's it. No raid today, but hopefully you guys enjoyed the catch up, I guess. And until next time, I will catch y'all later. Bye. No raid today, but I'll see you guys later. Bye.